Okay, Glennis, this is your little cuckoo clock. Kind of, I don't know what the heck this is. There's two pendula. There's a couple of oak leaves. Go here, I imagine. Here's the horn for a pair of horns for some deer. Here's the top with the rifles and the deer head, and it looks like his ear is missing, and I don't see it anywhere, but maybe we'll have to carve a new ear for it. And here's the horn. It goes here, and then there's a mouthpiece supposed to go here, but it's missing. And then the top is off. That's this piece. And looks like we're going to need some new hands. This one is pretty well bent up. And see what we got inside. I can't really see. It says made in Germany. Looks like we're going to need some new bellows. That one is a little frayed. Plastic Cuckoo. Okay, this was made before 1976 because it's got the screw-on spider wheel that lifts the bellows, and that was replaced with a press-on in 1976, thereabouts. I don't know, I can't tell. I have to take this apart and see what it says, and we'll do the movement. But the big thing we need to do is get everything out of here, and let's get this case done. Get this case put back together. So we'll start. Why don't we just get these chains out of the way right now? Let's see if I can see well enough to. Gosh, it looks like it actually wants to run. We'll see when we get it out. Okay. Hook. Let's see what the chains are made of. Okay, they're brass plated steel instead of solid brass. Okay. Okay, that should do it. Okay. That's a hook. And we should be able to pull these chains out. Ooh, maybe. Yeah. Okay, get the chains out, and they're all wrapped around everything. Okay, we will deal with those later. Okay, now let's get the hands off. And it looks like we have to replace the hour hand anyway. Okay. Okay. Yes, our hand looks pretty bad. Maybe we can straighten it, we'll see. And then we want to release the birdie. Okay, the birdie's out. Shut the door. Okay. And next thing to do is take these bellows off. And get me oh, no screws. Ah, you're kidding me. These bellows have been glued in. Not good. Ah, that's a shame. Trying to get those out is going to be really fun. Well, maybe for right now, just leave them in. Let's get the movement out. And I see another thing I already don't like about this one. It's got Phillips head screws in it, and I have never liked that. Okay. Okay, let's see about taking. like the idea of having to leave the bellows in, but we may have to do that. We shall see. Okay, now I'm going to have to undo the connectors for the bellows from the tripwire. Bend these wires up, take them off. Okay. Looks like they're identical. Alrighty. And now let's see if we can lift this puppy out. Okay. Birdie's caught. Alright, we'll take a look at this in a little bit. Just really, really dirty. Take a closer look. And I get the screws out of here. I'll probably replace those with brass slotted screws. Alrighty, so we are about ready. I'm not sure about this one bellow here. Looks pretty raggedy worn. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll check it and see how badly those are glued in. Looks pretty bad. I don't know, we might try putting some heat on them. They used horse glue on them. They'll come loose with heat. We'll try that later. But we've got definitely some repairs to do here. Roof, everything. The best thing for me to do would be to get all of this stuff off of here if possible and redo. A lot of mold. There's a mildew all over this, so it really needs cleaning. This is all mildewed. You can kind of see that here. See the mildew here. All around here it's all moldy. So it's going to need a good cleaning. Yeah, this piece we'll have to make or buy. This piece we've got. That horn goes here. The little one that goes here. And we've got to see what else other parts we got to make. The bird and the rabbit. And this guy's missing an ear. So we will see if we can carve out another one. Repair the antlers. The antlers are plastic, and so we'll see what we can do with those. Alright, anyway, let's set this aside. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Jeez, I wish I could find that ear. I wish I had the ear. Okay, we got the face off. There's a lot of nasty stuff in here, and this is being held on with just a couple. Geez, I don't know what happened to them, but they were supposedly brads, 3 brads here. There was one originally through there. Maybe it stayed in the case. Not that I can see. Anyway, we're going to take everything out. We're going to clean this stuff up and refinish it. Out of here. I want to make this look good again. Take his brads out. Okay. Man, that is really moldy. Some glue in here. Get rid of this glue. Almost feels like a rubber glue. It's all glue. Okay, now we get some more here. Yeah, that's all. Probably horsehide glue. But all this has to be cleaned up. I think what we'll probably do, let's just try cleaning this up first with some mineral spirits. See how we do with that. Just clean this basic trim up. I want to get rid of that mold. Don't like that stuff. I should go out in the garage and get some new gloves. These are kind of a mess. Just ripped them to shreds. Doesn't matter. I'll just take a little bit of this, some of this waterless, this odorless stuff. Let me get an old rag and stick under here. Up with some mineral spirits and steel wool, and we will work on this to really see if we can clean this up a little bit. All these pieces. And I gotta see if I got some linden over there to carve that deer's here. And see what this is gonna look like after we get it cleaned up. This will take a while. We will continue to do that. Get all the crud off. Taking the finish as well, but we're going to refinish it anyway. It's just so shot. And we will continue with that. It's going to make a difference. Get all that garbage out of there. And then we'll get this all cleaned up. I'm not going to sit here and do a video of everything I'm doing to this, but that's what we're going to do to clean it up. Use it mineral spirits and scrub it. Maybe use a brush on it as well. Let's see how the brush works. Let me just take this brush now. We're going to get into some of these areas. See all these little nooks and crannies. Up real good before we make parts and what have you. Get rid of that mold because I don't feel like breathing that. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Okay, that's the first cleaning. I don't know, that almost looks nice that way, but we'll probably restain it a little darker. I like it. Yeah, let's clean up all the parts that way. Take all of this stuff over here. That's all got to be done. And then the case itself. And we'll just keep working on it. That's what we're going to get cleaned up. Dial is just a plastic dial. that off. That can be cleaned up. Little pins. Okay, let's see about that. We maybe leave the door on for now. And let's clean a little piece of veneer here that's missing. We'll glue that back in. And clean up the rest of this case. Okay, let's see what we got here. Get me some more gloves. Dirt out of it. Okay. That's just odorless mineral spirits. Let's get that ground in dirt out of there. Any mildew that's on it. Kill the mildew. Treat this with some linseed oil into it. Get some of that. Clean this up. Maybe I'll have to take this stuff off too. We'll see. And we'll go from there. Just keep cleaning all of this so it's nice and decontaminated. Not much finish on these sides. Just dirt. Okay. Okay, man. Looking good. Soften that stuff up. All right. Okay. There we go. Okay. So the heat gun going here. Okay, got that one off. Hot. Okay, heat this one up. The wood. huh? Got it. Okay. And these little bigger ones, if I put those in there, they're not going to interfere with the movement in any way, shape, or form. So we can use these longer bellow whistles in there. And yeah, these little swings. We give it a little deeper tone. Okay, so we use those instead. Okay, the deer is missing an ear on this side, and it's not in any of the stuff here, so I've got to try to duplicate this side in reverse over here. So we'll just take a piece of wood and we will lay this out here. And we will just simply do that. There's the outline. We'll cut this out now with a jigsaw, and then I will flip it over this way and we will carve it to match this side over here. Okay, now cut a piece out, be over here. Now all I gotta do is carve this, and we'll make another ear for it. we'll go ahead and do that. We'll pin this and glue this on here and then stain it. We're looking okay. Pinned and epoxied. Let the epoxy glue go dry, and then we will clean it all up and we'll stain them. And then we got to do the antlers. The antlers were broken off. We got to drill those and put the antlers on. Okay, glued the antlers on. I think it's about as close as I can get them to. There's a piece missing here, but nothing I can do about that. That'll be close enough. Should look okay. Okay, we're going to let some things dry here. We got some things covered. And this. Okay. And then we're going to be putting this all back together. I used a piece of dowel and I cut a little mouthpiece to go into this spot right here. All I gotta do now is carve this down far enough that it'll fill in the hole. That'll be the mouthpiece, and then this piece goes on here. And we'll have that done. Okay, there's those two pieces put on here and here. It's still gonna be stained, and then that's done. Okay. All right, there we go. That's redone. Okay, and that's set. We'll let it dry real good. Let the other parts dry real good. And then we'll reassemble this. Then once we get the case reassembled, we'll work on the movement. Okay, we've got the top glued back on. And now I'm going to put some brads in to hold it. And then this will be close to done. Okay, there's approximately what it's going to look like. With the case looks a little better. Paint the tip that I added to those antlers. Going to put the door back on. Clean things up, fill some little nail holes, and we're getting close. Okay, there's the case, and it's ready to have this put on it. And this is all set. We'll go in here, and what we'll do is put some pins in the back that will press against that, and then we can glue. I don't know who manufactured this, but looking at everything, the spring, this, every piece that's in here is consistent with Regula. So Regula probably made this, but put this other name on it. Not sure what it looks like to me. So anyway, we're going to take this apart and see about fixing it. This one. Let's get the suspension spring out of here first. I'm just gonna have all kinds of trouble here today. Need to just separate that a little bit. Okay, there's some rust on there. We'll have to clean that up. All right, that screw in, or is that taped in? I don't know, I can't tell. Let's see if it turns. All right, let's take glasses off. Okay, we'll take the spring off of the hammer. Okay, rotate and pull. Cuckoo lifts. Cuckoo lifts. Okay, this is prior to 1976. So doesn't want to turn. There we go. Okay. Our wheels off. Take everything off the front. Got C-clips here. Like gunky looking. Got a C-clip here. Did I get that loose or not? Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay. Washer comes off. Snail comes off. Intermediate wheel. Plastic. Okay, then we get this spring. take that off. Come on, let go my eggle. All right. Okay, that does. Okay, these have internal C-clips. I gotta back that off so that you can continue to watch. Boy, that clip is really on there. Okay, let's see if I can get that out of there. It's almost glued on there. Let's get a different pair here. See if we can get that. Ooh, yeah, that's really gummy. See, almost like it was glued on there. Okay. Now we can get that out. We got another one down here to get that out. Okay, that one was much easier. Okay. And now that lever will come off. Yeah, this is exactly like a regular. Okay, found a couple of these the other day that were some of my old tools. So we'll undo these. Okay. Okay, and then we can take this off. Oof. There's something sticking. Okay. Take a look at this. Make sure we don't have. Okay, there's no wear on that at all. Okay. Here's the little thing that holds the cuckoo door open. And yeah, there's some rust. Don't see any extremely oval holes. We may not have to do much pushing, if any. So let's take a look at these. Okay, that looks good. And, okay, that's the one with the. Okay, here's run side. And holy mackerel. Oh, a lot of rust, yeah. A lot of rust on the pivots, or on the pinions. We'll have to do some careful cleaning on that. Okay, and then we'll see about knocking that out of there. And let's take this lever out. That's got a C-clip on it. Okay. Okay. Lift that off. Center won't come out. This one has to come out, but we have to get the have to get the gathering towel off, and we'll do that. I'm going to do hand washing on these. I'm not going to get the ultrasonic out or anything. I'm going to use some cleaning solution or cleaning soaps called Alkanox, It's for industrial laboratory stuff. It's really cleans well. So I'm going to just put some of that in here and stir that up. A little brush. Dissolve this. Oh, we'll start with a plate. Stick the plate in there. And we will just do some scrubbing. Take the dirt off. Take all the dirt and oil. And we will just hand clean this. Like so. Sit, dissolve a little bit, steel wool, just a tiny bit of steel wool, see how that works with it. Take the stains off, any staining. Also remove any rust that's on it. I suppose I should be wearing gloves, but I'm not going to. I don't want to scratch the daylights out of anything. Just take, remove. Yeah, there's some rust on that arbor. Let's clean that rust off. Get everything good and clean. Okay, we'll just continue to do this cleaning. Get the stains off. And scrub them real good. Each part's going to be done the same way. Okay, after scrubbing in the soapy solution, we'll put rinse water in and we'll dry these by hand, and then we'll use a hair dryer to complete the drying. But we'll take this off of it right now. Each of these pieces is now nice and clean. Nice and clean, no more greasy nastiness. We will further clean these, or dry these, just a few minutes. And some of these are going to have to be further cleaned with a polishing compound, like this one. See that there's rust between the leaves of the pinions, so they've definitely got to be cleaned up. Okay, this is what I'm going to use to clean the leaves on the steel pivots that have rust, because there's a very, very, very mild abrasive in it, and it'll clean the rust off, and it'll leave a little bit of a coating of acrylic on it to prevent rust in the future. So we'll take each of these gears, like this one that has the rust in there. There's definitely rust in that, and we're going to take a toothpick, and we're going to, under magnification, put the acrylic in there, and we're going to just polish with a toothpick and the abrasive and get all of that rust out of there. Bit to get it out. Okay, that's looking good. You can see the crud that's come out there. Yeah, that's getting it good. Okay, and then we just do each leaf of every gear that has any rust in it. We're going to get all that rust out. Clean each leaf. Let's do a good job. Stuff out of there. That's getting them. Got to be done with all of the gears where all of the wheels where the pinions are rusty. Get all that rust out, and this acrylic will leave. Ooh, man, that's a nasty one. We'll leave just a little bit of a coating on that'll be rust proof. Kind of go side to side as well. Get it off of the tips. Okay, one more. Man, they're rough. And just polish it so nice and smooth. Okay, I'll have to go back here again. Toothpick here, and let's go back over. It's looking pretty good. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that looks much better. And then we take a brush and brush excess out of there. This one. And kind of polish. If that shows up or not, but that's sure a lot better than what it was. Okay, and we'll have to look at this again, make sure we haven't left anything in there. Let's go through one more time. Coming back in there. Okay, that looks much better. Okay, and we'll continue that with all these others. Okay, so there you can see the corrosion down in there. We'll clean that up. Okay, and now that's how it looks after cleaning. Happy with that. Yeah, there's an A stamped on here. That's probably a date stamp. And I suspect this was made by Regula. And an A date stamp would be 1970. Because with the screw on the star wheel, set screw on the star wheel, A would be 70, the next date would be 90. But by then the star wheel was pressed on rather than with a set screw, so this movement was likely made in 1970. Okay, I put the run side in and I'm checking here and I'm seeing no wear at all. No wear at all. So those, nothing needs to be rebushed on the run side. Looks good. Runs very smoothly. Everything's nice and clean now. And we're ready to go. Check out the strike side. Same thing on the strike side. I see no wear whatsoever on any of them. This might as well have been a new clock. Nothing. No wear at all. No bushings required anywhere. Okay, it didn't show it. We polished the bushing, or the pivots and polished the pivots in the lathe. I need to get a stand for this. This goes run side. This gear runs this as well. Sorry, this gear runs that as well. Second wheel. Goes here. Escape wheel is here. And then when we get to the strike side, that's the arbor that the wheel goes on that lifts the Cuckoo lovers. And this side goes here. And then where's our second? This is third wheel. Second wheel is this one. These are the little tabs that lift the lever that holds the door open for the Cuckoo. It goes in this way. It's also the arbor that holds the gathering pallet. That goes in there. Then we've got the warning wheel. And that one has a pin on it. So we'll make sure that pin goes up. Like so. And then, oh wait, we gotta do something first. And take this back out. As we forgot about that. Okay, this little guy that holds the Cuckoo door open. That's gotta go in here. Okay, now we can put this one in. Goes below that wheel. And we put this one in. And then the fan, the governor. Now we gotta put our back in there. Okay, now. We also have this one, and this is the one. This is that this catches. So we gotta put that in here. This is the one that will loosen it. See, this drops down to catch that. That holds things open. Up. And the only other one that's got to go in there now is the pallets. Here, but we'll put this on first. Everything else goes on the front. Okay. In here, and the pallets in here. Okay, and then we'll start some of these nuts. Shaky. And nuts. Okay. from there. Finish this in before we put anything on the front pieces. We're just going to oil all the pivots. Try to watch under the microscope. Not working the way it's supposed to. There we go. Now reset. Okay, I redid this. I did this one before I put it together. I think I got them all. Hope I didn't miss any. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's drop this down. Oh, it's on one. Okay. Okay. Let's turn this around several times. Get down 4, 5. It should strike 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should strike 5 times now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. All set to go back together. We got the chains all cleaned up. And we said this was going to work all right. Yeah, okay. Okay. Alrighty. Chain's got to go there. And there we go. Okie doke. Alright. About equal length. Here's the other chain. We cleaned these up pretty good. Use Alkanox. These are just brass plated steel, so they're not. Got that. Alrighty, let's put the rest of the equipment back on. Okay, the longer of these two goes on the bottom. Okay, flips over. And the short one. Come on, babe. Okay, what's the problem here? Oh, this one. Okay, and then we got the hammer. Okay, hammer goes over. We also have this. All right, we need to go. Okay, right there is where we should be. And these should be up here. Okay. The way I usually set these up. Why is that so tight? Huh. Huh. Oof. Tight. Shouldn't be that tight. All right, well, we'll broach it. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see about where that's gotta go. Okay, I'd say right there. We gotta get that bird. That's gonna go there. Let's put Birdie on there. Okay. All right. What we'll do is put that up there. Bring the chains through the holes. In here, and I think then we have, I don't like Phillips head screws being used, and on top of it, well, they are metal anyway. They're steel. I think I would like to use different screws. Let's see how these work. How they go. I think those will work just fine. Huh. Well, fun and games. All right, we'll be back. Sometimes things just don't work. You just need to get a different screw. I think the slot on that one was screwed up. Okay, so we'll get different screws out of here. Good. Now let's connect Birdie back up. Okay. Birdie's wire goes through the little loop on that door. Come on, Birdie. And now we gotta bend him over. Okay. Now the door should shut. Okay. Alright, now then. Next step will be, let's just do a little. I gotta put in bellows, and we said we would put in new bellows. So we got these two we'll put in. Okay, so I'm going to have to put hooks and things on these. So, okay, so this one goes on the right. All right, put the things on. I'll put the bellows on. Okay. We're getting rid of these. These are torn. I could replace those. There's a hole in that one. And we're putting ones with longer pipes in them. We'll just put these in now. These were glued in before, so I'm going to put these in. I'm going to drill a hole and use a screw and a nail, like is the normal way of doing these. And they will go right here. Okay. So we'll put those in, and that should work pretty well, I would think.